Hello, and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to AM News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agumofwegbe, reminding our viewers that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Vice President Kashim Shettima says the ongoing reforms of the administration of President Bola Tinubu beginning to restore the confidence of the global community in Nigeria, noting that renewed international trust is reflected in growing foreign participation in professional programs within the country. The Vice President made the assertion at the inaugural convocation ceremony of the Nigeria Procurement Certification Program held at the Old Banquet Hall of the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkwocha, stated that Shettima was represented at the event by the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Senator Ibrahim Hadija. The Senate has set up a special committee to further galvanize and harmonize opinions expressed by various distinguished stakeholders on electoral matters. The decision was taken after lawmakers returned from a closed-door session where a report on electoral issues was considered. The committee is expected to review the opinions expressed by several lawmakers during the deliberations and submit its report to the Senate on Tuesday, 3rd of February 2026. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matters was appointed to lead the committee with other senators named as members.
The Senate has set up a small committee to further make contributions, galvanize, distill all the opinions of distinguished senators and present them to us for final deliberation on Tuesday.
The outcome of the committee's report is expected to guide the Senate's next steps on electoral matters. The House of Representatives has held a valedictory session for its outgoing clerk, Dr. Yahaya Danzaria, praising his decades of service to parliamentary democracy. Lawmakers later turned attention to an urgent allegation of discrimination in the recruitment of resident doctors at the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. National Assembly correspondent Anyeti Patrick has more.
The House of Representatives on Thursday paused legislative business to honor the outgoing clerk, Dr. Yahaya Danzaria, at a valedictory session marking the end of his service to the National Assembly. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas described Dr. Danzaria as a stabilizing force whose tenure strengthened legislative procedure, improved record-keeping, and reinforced respect for due process in the 10th House.
Beyond institutional frameworks, Dr. Danzaria exhibited exceptional professionalism. His calm temperament defined his service.
Commendations also came from the Deputy Speaker, Majority Leader, Minority Caucus members, and Representative Miriam Onoa, who praised the clerk's calm temperament, impartiality, and accessibility to lawmakers across the party and region lines.
Attention to details. His humility was infectious. All assignment given to him was with diligence.
Is one of the best committed and dedicated staffs of the National Assembly.
I pray that this nation would not just allow this your brain and contribution to go unrewarded before you get your national honors.
Proceedings were later suspended as lawmakers went into a 40-minute executive session. But when plenary resumed, attention shifted to a matter of urgent public importance on the motion alleged discriminatory practices in the recruitment of resident doctors at the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, which claims that qualified applicants were rejected on ethnic and state of origin grounds. Lawmakers expressed concern that such actions, if proven, undermine the federal character principle and worsen manpower shortages in Nigeria's health sector.
Suspension of Professor Ikpeme Asanye Ikpeme by the Federal Ministry of Health to ensure he does not interfere with the investigation to be conducted by the Committee on Health Institutions.
The House resolved to mandate the Committee on Health Institutions to investigate the allegations and report back within 4 weeks, reaffirming its commitment to equity, fairness, and national unity. From the National Assembly, Annie T. Patrick, reporting for Global TV News.
Let's turn to the aviation sector now. The chairman governing board of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, and former Kano State Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje has reaffirmed its commitment to efficiency, sustainability, and improved passenger service within the deployment of electric shuttle buses and cabs at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The chairman made this known at flag-off ceremony of a new transport system at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Aviation correspondent Sadat Garba has details.
Addressing stakeholders at the event, the chairman, governing board, Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, and former Kano State Governor, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, said the transport system is part of ongoing reforms to modernize airport operations, enhance safety, and provide a more seamless travel experience for passengers. Ganduje described the initiative as a direct contribution to global sustainability targets, including the International Civil Aviation Organization's goal of achieving net zero carbon emission by 2050.
As part of this deployment, FAN is introducing 10 electric shuttle buses and 20 electric saloon vehicles into airport operations. These vehicles will support airside and landside logistics, staff movement, and passenger services, strengthening coordination and efficiency across the airport.
The managing director of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, Olubumi Kuku, said the deployment of electric shuttle buses and cabs at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, marks a significant milestone in the authority's drive towards energy transition, sustainability, and improved passenger service.
The launch of our electric shuttle buses and cabs today is a powerful demonstration of that commitment, not just to service excellence, but a more sustainable and climate resilient future.
The Chief Executive Officer of Neo Electric, Mosope Olose Bikon, described the deployment of Nigeria's first fully electric airport shuttle service as a bold statement of leadership by FAN, placing the country alongside leading aviation economies, adopting low-carbon, climate-aligned transport solutions.
FAN is doing what only leading aviation economies are doing, modernizing airport assets through sustainable low-carbon mass transit. This places Nigeria firmly in global conversation on ESG, net zero and climate-aligned infrastructure.
With the rollout of electric shuttle buses and cabs at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, FAN is positioning Nigeria's aviation sector on a cleaner, smarter, and more passenger-friendly path, reinforcing its commitment to global sustainability standards while setting a new benchmark for airport transport service in the country. Saadatu Garba, reporting for Global TV News.
Well, thank you so very much, Saadatu. In line with the federal government's agenda to strengthen healthcare infrastructure and ensure a smooth transition in the health sector, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has distributed 12 new ambulances to the health sector of the nation's capital, Abuja. FCTA correspondent Kabir Hassan completes the report.
The distribution ceremony, which took place at the FCTA headquarters, was chaired by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Speaking at the ceremony, the minister said the distribution of the ambulances is part of the federal government's commitment to strengthen healthcare infrastructure and improve emergency medical response in the nation's capital. He assured that all critical sectors under the FCTA will receive due attention, noting that the administration has also approved the rehabilitation of 14 health facilities across the territory to further enhance service delivery.
I did say before that every sector will be looked into So many people were saying, why are we concentrating on road infrastructure? So many people were saying, why are we focusing on education? But people forget that these ambulances may break down when there are no good roads. When it is emergency period for you to convey patients and the roads are not portable condition, then the whole essence of the emergency vehicles becomes useless.
The minister added that the ambulances will be deployed to strategic locations to ensure prompt response to medical emergencies, while stressing the need for proper maintenance and management. The intervention is expected to significantly boost emergency healthcare services and improve access to quality medical care for residents of the Federal Capital Territory. Kabir Hassan, reporting for Global TV News.
Let's turn to Benue State now, where the governor, Hyacinth Alia, has flagged off major roads infrastructure upgrades in Gboko local government area. The upgrade of the roads involves the reconstruction and dualization of township and feeder roads spanning 55 kilometers at a cost of more than 62 billion naira, in line with his administration's urban renewal agenda. Our Benue State's correspondent, Felicity Ndere, completes the report.
The flag-off ceremony took place at Lubuna Junction, where Governor Alia expressed optimism about the massive road infrastructure project, acknowledging the support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
What we do here today is just the start of the works we have on our menu for our local governments.
Governor Alia said the Gboko Road network will become the second largest in Benue State, adding that other major roads, including the 57-kilometer Awaji-Oju Road in the Benue South Senatorial District, are under construction.
We have brought in a lot of reforms. It is not about me. It is about the poor masses who want these reforms to be made. They needed a good direction, and thank God you have a good direction. And thank God we are ever willing to do that which you desire.
Director of Civil Engineering at the Ministry of Works, Engineer Tifa Wambo, says the project will dualize key roads in Gboko Township to improve connectivity and trade.
These roads are going to have 200 mm stone base, they are going to have 5 cm wearing guards, they are going to have reinforced concrete drainage all through, and then they are going to have street lights on the roads.
Group Managing Director of Jamud Construction Limited assured that the project will be delivered on time and to standards.
And as soon as the groundbreaking is over today, we'll commence work in earnest. I want to assure you, Your Excellency, we will deliver quality projects that will stand the test of time.
The road works include the reconstruction and dualization of the Yando Roundabout, Lubona Junction Corridor, Captain Downs Road, NKSC Anzwa Link Road, Bristol Roundabout to Toti Palace, and the JS Taka Road to Imka Roundabout. In Gboko, Felicity Ndere, reporting for Global Television News.
Oh, thank you, Felicity. You're watching the AM News here on Global Television. When the AM News continues after these weather forecasts, plus business, foreign, and sports stories for you. The rest of the news comes shortly. Stay with us.
As we head into Friday, the dust episode is still hanging around. Moderate dust haze is expected across Yobe, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, and Bauchi State, while other parts of the north and north central will experience slight dust haze. And yes, this is likely to continue through the forecast period. Now, if you are further south, especially Rivers, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom State, you might want to plan your day carefully. There is a chance of afternoon into evening thunderstorms, so keep an umbrella handy. And that's your weather update for Friday. And just a quick reminder to airline operators, always check the NIMET e-flight folder portal for the latest weather information before departure. I am Akami Samarda. Stay safe and stay weather-wise.
The second part of this news broadcast now returns with business, where Nigeria's House of Representatives has passed the 58.4 trillion naira 2026 budget estimates for a second reading as laid at the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu, while turning attention to the growing threat of food insecurity in the Northeast. Lawmakers also resolved to probe agricultural interventions as farmers struggled with rising input costs. Here is National Assembly correspondent Aniete Patrick's report.
Leading debates on the budget, the House Majority Leader Julius Ihonvbere described economic reforms as difficult but necessary, stressing that growth remains the foundation of sustainable development. The House approved the general principles of the 2026 budget, acknowledged inherited structural challenges while noting improvements in revenue performance, foreign reserves, exchange rate stability, and reduced inflation.
The economy before the 2026 budget grew by 3.98%, a decent figure compared to many other countries in developing countries. That inflation is down to 14.45%, down from about 25%. The non-level revenues increased, exports grew, and direct foreign investments expanded.
During the same session, lawmakers raised concerns over worsening poverty and hunger across the country, with the Northeast worst hit. Lawmaker representing Yobe State, Khadijat Buka, warned that despite improved security, many farmers remain unable to return to their farms due to lack of inputs, credit, and infrastructure.
Results to strengthen and harmonize ongoing national poverty reduction, food security, and post-conflict agricultural recovery initiatives with deliberate focus on agrarian communities affected by insecurity.
Another motion called for an investigation into agricultural intervention funds meant to boost food production nationwide. Resolutions adopted urged the federal government to strengthen agricultural recovery programs in conflict-affected areas, mandate the Ministry of Agriculture and the Northeast Development Commission to scale up support, and task House committees with tighter oversight.
Mr. Speaker, resolved to investigate the circumstances leading to the non-releases of this sum, 55,295,810,075 kobo, to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security.
With the budget passed for second reading, the House adjourned plenary for 2 weeks to allow detailed scrutiny by the Appropriation Committee. From the National Assembly, Aniete Patrick reporting for Global TV News.
Many thanks to you, Aniete. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Olayemi Kadoso, says Nigeria's financial sector reforms depend largely on sustained access to long-term capital from development finance institutions. Kadoso stated this in Abuja while hosting a delegation from British International Investment led by its chair, Diana Layfields, alongside the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Richard Montgomery. A statement issued by the Apex Bank says the meeting formed part of efforts to deepen financial sector reforms and attract patient long-term investments into the country's economy. The IBOM Liquefied Natural Gas Logistics Base Limited has signed a non-disclosure agreement NDA with Akwa Ibom State Government to boost energy footprint in the country. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the company, Jimmy Ntwen, said the agreement signed in Uyo, the state's capital, underscores a renewed push to unlock gas infrastructure development, deepen private sector participation, and fast-track industrial growth anchored on the state's abundant gas resources. The representative of the state government, Managing Director of Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation, Imo Abasi Jacob, described the NDA as a strategic move to strengthen investor confidence and accelerate economic diversification. Let's take the news beyond our shores now. The West African Regional Bloc, ECOWAS, has removed all outstanding sanctions imposed against Guinea following the 2021 coup after last month's election of former junta leader Mamadi Doumbouya. The Commission stated this in a statement, noting that this follows the successful holding of a constitutional referendum in September and the presidential election in December. The bloc decided to lift with immediate effect all residual sanctions against Guinea and individuals involved in the coup. ECOWAS imposed a raft of sanctions on the mineral-rich but poor country after Doumbouya had ousted President Alpha Condé. Still on the foreign scene, Syria's Ministry of Interior has ordered the immediate implementation of a new decree granting citizenship to Kurdish minorities as government forces continue to consolidate control of the country after a rapid offensive against the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF, in the north of the country. Interior Minister Anas Katab issued the decision mandating that the decree applies to all Kurds residing in Syria and explicitly includes those listed as stateless. The Anadolu news agency reported this, citing the Syrian television station Ali Kabaria. The report further said the ministry has set a February 5 deadline for finalizing the measures and their rollout. Let's take you to the ever-exciting world of sports now. The National Sports Commission, NSC, and the Cycling Federation of Nigeria have reached an agreement with the British Cycling Association to enable Nigerian cyclists to train in Manchester ahead of the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Scotland. During a meeting, a British Cycling Association delegation led by Commercial Strategy Manager Isa Rozik had discussed a three-pronged collaboration with the Cycling Federation of Nigeria, led by its president, Gyandu Mengistu Masari, and the NSC. The partnership focuses on supporting the development of cycling in Nigeria, promoting a culture of fair competition in both the Olympics and Paralympics, as well as using cycling as a tool for social impact. And now to soccer. Nigeria football is in mourning following the death of Sarah Chukwueze, mother of the Super Eagles forward Samuel Chukwueze. She passed away in the early hours of Thursday, 29th January 2026, after a brief illness. The news of her passing was confirmed by Samuel's siblings, Princess and David Chukwueze, through their social media platforms, sharing the family's grief over the loss of their matriarch. The Nigerian Football Federation also expressed condolences, with General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi describing Chukwueze as a supportive presence in our children's lives. He prayed for strength for the family, noting the sorrow comes shortly after the passing of Super Eagles captain Wilfred Ndidi's father. Quite a challenging moment for the Chukwuezes. That's the AM News. Thank you for watching. A quick reminder that you can find us on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. As always, we encourage you to engage and interact with us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG, as well as other handles as you now see on your screen. I'm Uyi Agumofwebe saying a big thank you for watching. Starting shortly is Global Morning.